Let's do it.
And we're here and we're back and we're on episode 11. Stato,
Hello,
how
boys. How are you, Ray?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. We have a special guest tonight, mate.
Mate.
Hello.
Lil Bow now.
Let's go.
Little
Hello,
Bow
Bow.
now, mate.
I'm good. Thank you. How are you guys?
Good, mate. Did you like the nickname I gave you, by the way?
It's now on my driver's license.
That was quick.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Have a Chat with Ray and Stat. I am Ray. That is Stat. We have Bow tonight. Mate, it's good to have you on. Finally, we've been talking about it for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and we finally got it happening, bro.
Awesome. No, it feels good to be on. Last time I saw you, Ray, was Talk to Me.
Talk to me, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it. But now we get to really dive deep into why Stat hates Back to the Future.
Guys, please not this again.
Topics, bro.
Guys, please not this again. Mate, that was ridiculous.
So let's talk about that for a second, because Big Stat over here hated Back to the Future, and I think that's where we started our hate relationship between you two, Stat. Bro, Bow came at you on.
Yeah, look, he came at me hard. He came at me pretty hard.
It wasn't that bad.
No, listen, it wasn't as bad. But listen, it was a lot harder than everyone else that came at me for. But to be fair, I could see your point of view, but I still disagree with it.
Oh, same.
That's all right.
Likewise.
Listen, I held a grudge. I held a grudge against Bell for maybe 2 weeks.
Yep.
Big grudge.
3.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I'll be straight out about anytime you private messaged me, I sent it straight to Stat because I just wanted to stir that pot, bro. I just wanted to keep that going, mate.
Mate, listen, he was stirring it.
I've got his picture on the wall with some darts. I don't know, I can't show you, but it is there.
Hey, listen, I didn't get that far, mate. I didn't get that far.
So we had some hate going on between you two, but then it slowly started turning into a bromance, man.
It blossomed.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You know why? Because I think it was when he agreed, he loved the mullet.
Yeah.
So the mullet changed lives. The mullet changed lives there.
Mate, it changes lives, but for the better.
It brings people together. Right?
I know. It does. Listen, I would have rather we brought us together in person, but we can't because this is garbage. But
whatever happened? I think you're going to do the ring.
Brother, I don't know if you've been watching or tuning to the podcast, but I can't grow hair at the top. So for me to grow hair and then to link it around, listen,
see,
my mom will kick me out of the house.
I can do the top. I just look, if you see carefully, I can't grow facial hair, so it looks really awkward. You guys got really full beards. So we did a Dragon Ball Z fusion dance. Bang, we've got full head hair.
Wow. We should form. We should morph.
Bow, have you never been able to grow any facial hair?
I've got little patches, but I look like a predator if I grow it out.
Far out. Stat, when did you grow your first?
15.
15? See, I started growing facial hair around 12, and it came in properly around 14.
So you look like that at 14?
Nah, I had a little bit of patchy here, but this all came in like this around 16, 17.
Jeez.
Yeah.
If I shave and I will a little bit, it looks like I'm not old enough to drive.
I don't think you are old to drive.
I'm 16 at heart.
100%.
Nah, boys, well, welcome. I'm excited for this episode. It's finally we've got Bow on Stat. I'm glad that this.
I would have loved to bring up, him and I sharing a photo together, showing it's all good in the hood, and then showing me, him and I getting into a bit of a biff. But
yeah, and then
lockdown's keeping us apart, Bow. Lockdown is keeping us apart, bro.
It is. Bloody
I know. Excited to be on. Excited to have Bow on. It's going to be cracker.
It's going to be cracker. But listen, you know what? I think this just means as soon as lockdown finishes, 3 of us meet up at EJ's. And have a mad Ojana feed, bro.
Yes.
That's it.
So keen.
And maybe we'll bring Goose along. You never know.
Maybe.
Look.
No, we bring him along.
All right, fine. Damn it. All right, we'll bring him.
Well, bro,
was all good.
This is it. This is our last week for the pizza competition, man.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people have actually reposted their responses to us, which was good. So
yeah, man,
keeping you busy.
They're getting their names put in the hat multiple times now, which is good.
You can do that.
Yeah, bro. If you share, if you post, if you share us on your story, whatever, bro, we'll put you in again.
I disadvantaged myself. What the?
You've been told. You have no excuse.
Oh.
Now, if you listen, this is what I'll do. If you can prove that you got someone to subscribe, I'll give you 5 extra votes.
What if I make like 6 new email accounts and then
No problem.
they become new subscribers?
No problem.
Absolutely
Is that 30 new? Okay, cool.
That's
Mate, the more the merrier.
Hey,
No one
mate.
take that idea.
The more the merrier.
Well, listen, we're at 82 subscribers, so thank you guys for subscribing. Make sure that you send us your screenshot if you are subscribing, so we can put you in the draw. I'm going to draw it on air next week, Stado, and
beauty.
I'm going to actually get you to do that, so I don't have to.
Yeah, beauty.
Yeah, and then
I can't wait to rig it and find my name. No, I'm joking.
Make sure you put my name in there twice. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll forget. I'll forget on purpose.
Yeah, guys, get it in this week. Free $50 wolf pack feed, and this is good pizza, man. Quality
bow. Listen, depending on how Ojana goes, maybe we'll like go to the next step and take it to Wolfpack.
Hey,
Oh, please.
chuck a sneaky.
We can do
like-
both on the same night.
Don't tempt me, I'll do it.
Bro, we
We're
go
doing it.
restaurant hopping.
Yeah.
See, this is the type of PT I like, Stato.
He's
He's encouraging with restaurant hopping, bro.
Nah, I love him.
Just train enough the next day, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
That's it, bro.
Or don't train at all, whatever.
We're gonna have a chat, mate.
Yeah, listen, maybe we'll do a new podcast. You want to have a separate chat?
All right, but
Talk about
listen,
Back to the Future.
Oh my goodness.
before we get into it, Stat,
Yo,
this mullet, bro, you've got some news for us, some stuff you want to talk about this mullet. Talk to us, bro.
I do. So, gonna put this out there strictly as a first things first. Like I always said about the mullet, I was growing it with a mate, and that was always my first intention. Did a bit of research, and I found that we can always look to do some support for others in a very tough time, especially with mental health. You know, I talk about mental health a lot. I share all over my Instagram quite a bit. I talk about it in our podcasts and with people as well when I see them, whenever I do see them, legally, I try and make it happen. But there's a way for me now to be able to show my support for growing the mullet. Well, obviously, like I said, put it for mate first. Now there's a thing going out there that's come out by the Black Dog Institute, Mullets for Mental Health. So for the month of September, I'll be raising awareness and just growing a mullet, I guess, not really doing much else apart from growing the mullet, but just doing it for mental health and for those that are struggling with mental health. Their mental health at the moment and the situation with, especially now with lockdown the way it is and it's getting worse and now they've enforced curfews, it's not being made easy for anyone. And it's becoming a very, very, very tough time for those that were struggling prior when everything was normal. And I can't imagine what people are going through now. So if I can grow a mullet, you know, just for the month of September and hopefully get to show it off somehow, I want to do that. So I want to raise awareness for that. So I'll be putting up information for the month of September. So that whole month, you guys can pretty much jump in. I'll put all my details in there, right? I'll give you all that once we do it.
Yeah, we'll chuck that straight onto our Instagram as well, bro.
Yeah, so
Likewise,
another
awesome.
great thing by Black Dog Institute, just to raise some awareness and to just keep the luscious mullet growing, I guess, guys. So want to do that, and if I can raise awareness about it, as well do it with a mate, why not? So that's my 2 cents on that, and I'm hoping you guys can support. Any donation that reaches it is a good donation, whether it's 5 cents or whatever you guys feel comfortable with, or $1 or $10. Don't put in 5 cents, but if you guys put 5 cents, whatever, that's fine. But look, any sort of donation is very important as we try to create the stigma around mental health and just having people reach out and talk about it. So I just want to do my part instead of just keep talking about it. I want to actually show and do my part. So yeah, just raising awareness for mental health in the way I can and by growing a mullet.
Yeah, that's mad. That's really good. So
Yeah.
awesome. Why did you choose a mullet? Because you can't grow the hair on top?
Well, usually growing the hair on top is like part of it. Nah,
Yeah.
like I said, I always started off by said like I want to grow it with a mate of mine. Him and I goes, but we've got to do it together. And I'm like, man, look, I don't think I can do it. And then we got into a massive lockdown, and I go, mate, look, I'm in. And then he had grown it. And what do you do, bro? You know what I mean? Like we're in lockdown. I can't get anywhere anyway. So
Have some fun with it.
yeah, it's it. So I spoke to my mate, and we do it. So I've been doing it. That was my main reason for doing it. But now that I've found a way to kind of raise awareness for it, mate, that's even
Mate,
more.
That's two birds, one stone right there, bro.
That's it, bro. Yeah. So as I said, Ray, when I give him the details, we'll chuck it up. But yeah, if you guys can show any sort of support or donation, I'll be chucking up on my socials as well if you follow me. So all that information will be there. So would love to have any bit of support to the Mental Health Black Dog Institute would be much appreciated.
Yeah, well, as the ladies and gents know, mental health is a massive thing for you and I, Stat. You know, we've been helping out charities throughout the year, raising awareness, all that sort of stuff. I think the word that you said that was perfect and I think summed it up is normalizing talking about it.
Yeah.
I think too many people are they think it's not right or it's too scary or I'm too weak to talk about mental health.
They feel ashamed almost.
Yeah, 100%. Let's normalize this thing, man. You want to see a therapist? Let's talk about that. It's normal. You know?
Go find the help that you can go get. You know, even if you're not looking for something like that and you're just looking for someone to kind of rely on. I've always made it very clear that I was available, and I know, Ray, you've done that yourself as well. But it's very important, I think, as well, with the amount of calls that are being made to suicide hotlines and the rate that it's going at, it's just rising and rising, and it's actually so heartbreaking to see. So it's very important that we are doing our part, and for those that are in a terrible state at the moment, just reach out.
Talk to someone.
Yeah, talk to someone. It can be absolutely anyone, and if it needs professional help that you seek, go get it. Do what you can to find it, because I think it's so important. There are a lot of lives being lost over it, and especially during this period of lockdown all across Australia. And I don't even know about the world, but I know across Australia it's getting higher and higher and by the minute. So sure. So we're doing our part. I'm doing my part if I can. Let's get that awareness raised.
Yep.
Can't speak English there, but let's do it. Let's be a part of it. And let's just normalizing it and create that stigma around being normal about it. So
yeah, that's it. Bao, you and I have spoken that. Sorry, bro. You and I have spoken about that a fair bit over the years, man. 100%. About how the reason you got into being a PT was it was all about helping people's bodies, but it was helping people be the best selves they could be and helping them mentally as well.
I think it's okay not to feel okay, as strange as that sounds. And with this lockdown, I've been saying a lot to my clients, like, don't let the lockdown make you feel locked down. Your world doesn't have to stop moving just because someone told you to.
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to still be you. You're allowed to still do the things you want to do. Just got to go down a different route. Like, still explore what your abilities, still explore who you want to be, but through a different avenue. Don't feel as though the world needs to stop just because we're inside.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Make the best out of it, guys.
100%.
Friday night, I went on a rant with a mate of mine. I was on the phone with him for about an hour and 20. And I just needed to vent. I needed to let it all out, because finding out about the curfew and just how ridiculous this is all getting was really getting to me. And just for an hour 20, I just let a lot of it out. I was able to talk through it and just try to make some sense of it all. And one of the things that came away with it was, all right, let's make the best out of this thing. As hard as this is, one of the boys, as dumb as it might sound, has told me in Stat, he goes, bro, we're going to play PlayStation. Let's all grab COD. Let's all go back to high school. And we're going to play Modern 2. Bro, we're gonna go back to high school. We're gonna play COD late at night. Seeing that we're all curfewed in, and we can't leave our houses, he wants to do COD. And I thought, you know what, that is the dumbest but the best idea he's had, because, I mean, it's just a different way of hanging out. It's making the best of this situation, and it's a way to decompress. Whatever you guys need to do that, do it. And one of the ways we do it every week, Stat, is have a chat with Ray and Stat, mate. It's why we do what we do, eh?
Exactly right. That's why we try to just create that platform to just bring out a bit of a laugh, to kind of just boost people's weeks, I guess, or even their days if they're just, if they feel a little discouraged or anything, just a bit of a laugh. And that's what we do here, mate. That's what we're all about. Bro,
can I tell you, there's nothing that makes me happier than getting a text message from someone saying, listen, I was having a rubbish day, but I watched this video and I laughed. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? True. Yeah. Like that's why we do what we do. Like, someone the other week watched one of the 5-minute clips that we put up on YouTube, and they go, this was one of the dumbest things that I've ever seen, but it was so funny. Thank you. And that's it, bro. That's it. That's why we've got this thing. That's why we want to share it around. It's good stuff. It's what we do.
Yeah. Last week when we found out that Stat had a good sleep on the lounge, Remember that?
Do I remember that, mate?
That
Do you
was-
remember
that
that?
That was nice. That was made me smile for a good 30 seconds.
Mate, it's what we're about, mate. It's what we're about. But hey, if you were smiling, that's what matters to me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mate, this bromance happening on screen. But speaking of boys, we are on a curfew. All right,
No.
hold up before I get into it. Bow's not in the curfew stat.
I'm not.
Bow's out east.
No way.
Big Bow over here. He's in Marrickville.
I'm changing my address to your house.
Yeah, do it. It's fine. It's fine. Then we can watch Back to the Future together.
It was a mistake already. It was a mistake already.
He's gonna bring this up all night.
It's too late.
Oh, damn.
So Bow's not in the same boat as us, Stat. This guy's out there frolicking in the fields at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean?
Rainbows and sunshines and bunnies and rabbits and everything.
Yeah.
No.
He's loving life. And tonight we start our lockdown, bro. Actually starts in an hour's time, man.
Ooh.
Where it's illegal for you and I, in case anyone hasn't heard about it because they don't live in New South Wales, believe it or not, we have international listeners. Stato, we're international, brother.
Brother,
I'm famous.
Famous. Now listen, for our international guests, New South Wales is now in a lockdown for the next 6 weeks. And we're under curfew now. This is the strictest sort of lockdown New South Wales has ever been under. From the hours of 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., it is illegal to leave your house. It is illegal to leave your premises, Nathaniel. What are your thoughts, buddy? And mate, this is the first time I'm ever letting you do this on air. Unleash. Go.
are they my mum?
Get the popcorn.
I don't understand the lunacy with curfew. See, this is what doesn't make sense to me. It's not like much could be done anyway in a normal lockdown past those hours. For me, let me just make this very clear. Way before lockdown, maybe for the last 5 years since I've been driving or a bit longer, I've found this urge where if I've been working from home or if I've been home all day for whatever reason, I have to get outside. And if that means me leaving my house at 11:30 p.m. and going for a drive, an absolute pointless drive, that's my way out. That's my get out. That's my like, all right, I've had a ridiculous day. Even if it was a normal day, I just need to get out of the house. I can't stay home all day, every day. I can't do it. My set times were 11:30 p.m. onwards. And it might sound crazy to a lot of people, but sometimes it just happens that those times are the times I like to clear my head the most. It's a lot quieter on the road. There's not much traffic. I don't have anywhere to be. And it just gives me this time where I can just kind of relax. And whether I put, kind of worship music on, whatever I do, it's just my way out. Then these imbeciles think it's the right idea. We know it hasn't worked at all, or we don't know if it's not going to work or if it's going to work, but let's put a curfew anyway. Are these people out of their minds?
Okay, so wait, the actual quote was, there is no evidence to back a curfew. However, we want to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned.
They're not doing anything good anyway. Nothing good is being done anyway. They make it as if, they're doing us a favor by keeping everyone in their houses. We just spoke about the stigma around mental health and how it's doing a lot more damage than good. And then these idiots want to chuck in a curfew. I was never given a curfew my whole life. Ever. Not that I'm a rebellious child. I was never given a curfew.
Now, thoughts on this New South Wales curfew first before we get into that and unpack that.
Okay, obviously it's messed up that only select LGAs are in curfew. It's kind of like, why are you picking your favorite children to stay awake when the other ones have to go to sleep?
1000%.
Wow, I didn't look at it like that.
So if it was a blanket over the entire New South Wales, that's fine, I get it. But if it's only select LGAs, then it's like, really, what's the real agenda? Like, then that goes back into the conspiracy stuff that you wanted to do last week.
100%. But yeah. Bro, like we look at, I'm not talking about yourself or like your area, maybe your area, but everyone out in the east, right? They're all going to the beach, all walking around, living life, living the dream. Whatever time they want, they can do everything. But us Western Sydney siders have to stay locked down, and now we have a curfew. Like the lunacy behind it makes no sense to me. This whole thing is dumb.
Yeah, I'm done at this point, bro. I really am.
No, listen, I'll be honest. I'll be straight out. In all seriousness, when I found out there was a curfew coming in, I don't know if I can do it any more of this lockdown anymore. Like I gave it a run and I go, all right, we've all got to do it. We've all got to suck it up, whatever. But it's just keeping everything like more narrow. It's narrowing us more and more. Like it's absurd. Bro, it's a struggle. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and listen, that's sort of why I wanted to talk about it because, mate, it is struggle street. It's not easy, bro. Like this is hard.
It's very, very tough. Very tough.
I think about that. If I put it down to the numbers, I spent 16 hours in my room today.
What?
Yeah.
And then came downstairs to this little hangout down here.
Yeah.
Like 16 hours in a room working because Bible college started up again today. So I had to jump back on that after work, mate, working and then that. And I just thought to myself, that is 16 hours I've spent in the same location. And I've got to do this for 6 weeks. I
don't know how you're going to do it.
It's full on, bro. And now we've got a restriction on how long we work out for.
Yeah, 1 hour. How is that? How do you monitor that?
Well, Stat and I were talking about it. What they're going to do is they're going to get the spray paint cans like they get for the tires when you park your car.
And they're spraying yourself?
Yeah, they're going to spray your leg so they know, okay, 1 o'clock he was here. Make sure he's out by 2.
Yeah, right.
But again, it's dumb. Like if boys are out in the park and they're having a laugh, or whatever, well, cops going to patrol that particular park for an hour until people leave.
No, it's just.
But it's stupid. But again, it's just another rule they've brought in that's dumb. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we've got it. We've got it for 6 weeks. We've got it for 6 weeks. Somehow we're going to have to deal with it. Ladies and gents, all I can say is talk to someone. Don't bottle it up. Get it out. But State never had a curfew?
No, never.
Not once.
Not once. There was a lot of times where it was never a set time.
Yeah.
It was never like I'll be home by 10. It was like
I was the exact same way.
Yeah.
So I never had a set curfew either. It was never okay. You have to be home at this time every night. Bao, you seem a little concerned about that.
Well, it's just like, it's not as if my parents would ever say, this time, that time. It was like an unspoken law. It's like you need to be home by a certain time. And it's got to be a respectable, reasonable time, like 7 p.m. No. Like I could stay out still, but it was just like in the back of your head, you just didn't want to disappoint your parents. Like get home by 1 a.m. in the morning and they're up all night worried about you. And in the back of your head, you're just like, I shouldn't be doing this type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. So Stat, no curfew, nothing?
No, mate. It was just those times during school where I'd leave the house during the week, whether it used to be for boys' Bible study, or if it was for prayer meeting like that. Or my mum was like, all right, like, don't be out too late. Not that I can control it. I'm driving with someone else.
Someone else driving you. And they never understood that.
No, never. No, and like, for example, like they'd call me at 11. They go, where are you? Okay, I'm with my cousin at boys meeting. Oh, you have to come home. I go, okay, but I'm not driving. If I was driving, different story.
Yeah.
Then I got my license. I started driving. I go, who wants to come home at 11? I'll come home at 6. I'll do whatever I want. Who wants to come at 11? It's ridiculous.
You're 14.
I'm 14. And they go to me, oh, you have to be home by 11. I have no control. And I tell the person I'm going with, listen, if you have to stay till 6 in the morning, man, I'm with you. Don't worry. It's fine.
I remember the one time, the pretty much the only time I had full on just ignored my parents in regards to this was, I think I was 14 years old. And I don't know, we were at some event and my parents were like, yeah, you can go home with one of the boys. I go, sweet. So I was hanging out, whatever. And then one of the boys goes, listen, we're going to go have a barbecue at old mate's house. I go, yeah, I'm down. Sweet. My parents said to me, do not be late. You have school tomorrow. And first day of school. So they'll like, no, you got to be home in time for bedtime. Now, bedtime at 14 was 9:30. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Phenomenal. We left the event at 8 o'clock and went to one of the boys' place for a barbecue.
Cutting it close.
Called my parents up. Called my mum up. I go, yeah, we're leaving the place now. We're just going to swing past one of the boys' place and I'll be home soon. Hang up. 3 hours later, she's calling me about 17 times and I just kept ignoring it.
You can't
Worst thing you could do.
It's a very, very dumb move. But for some reason that night I had just decided I'm going to enjoy tonight. And when I get home, I'll get
I'll just
sorted
deal
out.
with it.
Yeah,
Just deal
yeah.
with it.
I think I got home around 11:30.
And your bed was outside.
Not the first time.
This was the weird part. If you know my parents, my mum's not usually the one that gets angry. It's my dad. So I get home and she's standing outside on the veranda, on the balcony, just like arms crossed, ready to kill me.
It's got a thong.
Bro,
100%.
she was ready. And I walked in and I just looked at her like this scared little kid, like, hi, mum. And she just pointed in. She goes, go into the living room. Your dad's there. Every Lebo parent, every Lebo kid knows when your mum says, go see your dad, it's not pretty.
Like clapping.
Right. I walk in, open the sliding door, Dad looks at me, he goes, close it. I closed it. I go, okay, I'm dead. Like, end of my life. I wish I wrote a last will and testament. Like, I'm gone skis.
Should have stayed out.
Right, I should have stayed at someone else's house. I walk in and he's just looking at me sitting on the couch, and I'm like, here we go. It's about to come. He goes, so you stayed out, huh? I go, yeah. He goes, what'd you do? I go, I went to the boys' house for a barbecue. He goes, oh. What you have? I go, kafta, chicken and steak. He goes,
Where's my-
he goes, you know your mum's not happy. I go, I know. He goes, I shouldn't be happy too. I go, I know. I go, am I in trouble? He goes, yes. Go to your room, go to bed. You got school tomorrow. I go, okay. Start walking off. Goes, Ray. I go, yeah. He goes, I hope you enjoyed your night. That was it. That was it. I've not heard of it since. It's been 10 years since that night. I've not heard of it since. I could not believe how cool he was with it.
No, it's just how it is. It's how it is. Sometimes you think there's so much pressure, you have to come home and this and that, and then sometimes you get there and they go, oh, was it good?
That was it.
Why? It would have been better if you weren't calling me every 15 seconds. That'd be better. Maybe I would enjoy my night more.
That next day, though, when mum drove me to school, she was livid.
Awkward silence.
No, not awkward at all. She made me know. I'm not a fan of you right now.
Yeah, right.
She made me know. Your dad should have bashed you. I don't know what's going on. Driving to school, losing it at me.
Yeah, right.
What do we get the phone for? Answer the phone. It was awesome.
Well, make sure your parents don't listen to this, because then your dad will be in trouble.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point.
Knowing my dad, he probably doesn't even remember it.
You bugged him in. Come on.
But to be fair, if you bring up any stories from our childhood, our parents don't seem to remember. They go, oh, no, we never did that to you.
No.
Yeah, oh, we never hit you like that. We weren't like that.
No, that was another Asian parent.
What about you, Val? What about you? Any curfew stories?
No, nothing too crazy. Like, again, well, I grew up in a big family. I had 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay.
So it was kind of like we had to pick our battles. So like can't go out too often, or else I'll start getting sus. And we can't go out. We had to go out just enough to make sure we have a social life, and so we're not like weirded. Our parents don't get weirded out.
And your parents expected you to know the balance.
Yes, somehow.
Bro, how the hell are you meant to know the balance?
Apparently, I had a schedule. You know.
Don't.
So yeah, so I had to like make sure all my homework was done, all the chores were done, everything was all done, and then I could maybe ask if they were having a good day.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the good you do, and they don't reward you.
No, because that's standard. Doing the chores is standard. It's standard. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's fine.
Of course. That was, for me, it was nothing like insane, but there were days where if I knew I had like ticked off my parents, and I'm like, man, I got 4 hours to convince them that I got to hang out tonight. I want to go to see if they can let me go. So that 4 hours was pure bliss.
Yeah. So I would never do it 4 hours before I needed to go out. It would have to be like a week.
So you're planning a month in advance.
Yeah. It would be like, okay, guys, are we going out next weekend? All right, I tell my parents this week, and then I would have to keep reminding them. So then it's not a surprise.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, that's right. You got to keep reminding them, because then if you don't, and they go, oh, you didn't tell me.
Like,
I
what?
told you 4 days ago, but they don't remember.
What? Yeah, you should always tell the truth. I'm your parent. Come on.
Bro,
True.
on top of that, as the years started going on, my dad had this thing where he said, you should know. So I should know what time was considered late and what time was not. But
So
that
is 11 p.m. not late then? If he was
no, that was definitely late. But after that, like there'll be nights where I'm at my mate's place. We're about to watch a movie. It's 7:00. Been there for about 2 hours and we're about to watch a movie. I'd get a phone call from dad. Where are you? Why aren't you at home? I go, I'm at old mate's house. We're about to watch a movie. He'd be like, nah, come home. I'd get home. I'd be like, why am I home? He goes, well, how many hours you want to spend there, mate? He goes, they've got lives. You've got a life. 7:00, mate. No, I had to know. It was very interesting in my house.
Isn't that was like that with me? So with my parents, I was like, oh, where are you? And I go, I'm at my cousin's house. What are you doing there? Oh, I'm playing PlayStation. Like, I don't understand the speaks and specs of the conversation. Why am I having to linger every detail?
Short
They go, you have to come home right now. No, I don't. They go, no, you do. I go, no, I don't. And I'm full backchatting, by the way. Like, no, it's ridiculous. What do you mean I have to come home? Like, I've been good all day. I don't have to come home. I've earned this. Now you try to strip it away from me. Then they go, no, you have to come home. Something's going on. And back then, gullible me was like, oh, no, what? Something's going on.
Yeah.
So now I go home, Bal. Get there. They go, how's your day? I go, what do you want? And they go, we just want to spend time with you. You see me. I live in your home every day. What do you want you to spend time with me? I want to spend time with my cousins. I don't like you. No. I like my parents. But like, why you came hang out short to come and tell me, oh, we just want to see you and spend time with you. I don't want to spend time with you. I'm at my cousin's house.
I'm a teenager. Leave me alone.
You know what I mean?
I did not have that much courage growing up. That's
yeah, but I always pushed that. Like, if, for example, like I would always play it right. So if I had my mum, like if my mates or my cousin or whatever, and then mum called me, she goes, what are you doing? I go, Mum, we're hanging out with just the boys. She goes, go to another room and stop acting smart. So I walk off. I go, yeah, mate, what's up? She goes, come home now. I go, nah, I don't want it. I go, all right, I'm coming home.
This guy had it so easy growing up, bro.
So easy.
He had it so easy.
My sister had it the hardest because, first child and, the whole thing around, like she's a girl and she can't do like go out, this and that, whatever. Like my sister didn't go to the movies when she was like 17, like the first time, 16 or 17. I went when I was 9. Little things like that. So my sister was like the try, and then when it came to me, it was just, mate, cruise control.
Yeah, so I was the guy that tested everything with mum and dad. Like, I'm like the colored superheroes. I pave the way for everyone else. You know what I mean? So I paved the way for my siblings.
Should have done it for me.
Bro, like...
Yeah, I apologize. That's my fault.
If my siblings wanted to go out, they would come up to me and they say, how can you ask if you can go out, and then maybe ask if I can go out, and this. So like, I just paved the way for them, bro. My siblings got their bedtimes raised because I asked for it.
Okay.
Look, I wouldn't give you that much credit there.
Oh, I'm going to give myself that credit, bro. It was a lot of work. Because now Joseph, bro, now my youngest brother, bro, do whatever he wants. Go, go. No worries.
They'll strict with 3 kids, but that's why.
What? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but I don't know about your family. My family, because there's 5 of us, it got less and less strict as it went down.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm the middle child. So I was like, oh, am I still strict or am I a bit more lenient? Like, I'm not too sure.
Yep.
And my whole teenage years, I was like, oh, I'm definitely in the strict zone. I ain't gonna happening. Just be safe. And then once I got my license, say out.
Yeah, 100%. No, I remember getting my P's. I said, man, listen, you put me in curfew. You put me like in this kind of like a lockdown situation. You cut my hangout short. I go, listen, the second I get my P's, oh man, I am going out and I am not going to stop. And it's been like that for a while. It's been like this.
What are these negotiations happening in your house?
It's not negotiations.
Your mum.
It was just me saying, listen, I said to her, listen, I go, and listen, Bow, I suffer from a lot of FOMO. I get FOMO big time. Big time. Anyway, and that was back then. I had no license, so I couldn't control anything. So I remember like every time all the boys went out, and I was like HSE or whatever it was, I couldn't go. And I was like, man, I just want to be with the boys, want to be hanging out. So they go, listen, the second I get my P's, I promise you. Yeah. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting my car, I'm cruising, I'm going out, mate. Started off good. Like I started off all right. Like the first night I got my P's, I came home at 10:30 after like 7 phone calls.
Pretty late.
Yeah, I know. Not bad. 10:30.
Like you think about that for a teenager, bro, for a 17-year-old, that is late.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's pretty late.
Bro,
But
think
you got
about
talk, right? You're 11 p.m., wasn't it?
Yeah, but still, that's
You
still
can't.
late. Like I think back to that and think, how did my parents kill me?
Well, your mum tried, and your dad was like, "I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm
Proud of
you,
you
my
for
son."
me. Why'd you get me some? Yeah, curfew, mate.
That's my son. That's my son.
My son.
My son.
100%. So now that these whole governments give us a curfew, what a joke.
9 p.m., bro. Like that's early.
1 p.m. No one is giving me curfew my whole life.
Like that's before the second NRL game finishes, bro. You know what I mean?
That's sad. I don't, please, bro. I can't. It's going to hit 9 very soon, and it's just going to be a bunch of sadness coming my way. I'm so upset.
Mate.
Watch me, 5:01. I'll wake up. I'm just going to drive 5:01. Watch me.
No, listen. You've never been up before 7 a.m. a day in your life. Don't act like you're waking up 5:01.
No, I have. Listen, it'd be very hard if I had to go wake up 5:01 just to prove a point. But listen, for something like this, I'll do it because I'll be very stubborn when it comes to this.
Why?
100%.
You know why?
No.
Spite.
Sorry? Spite. Oh, 100%. Yeah, pure spite. Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
You told me I can't. 5 o'clock and I was 5:01. Oh, I'm going out.
It'll be 5:01. He's looking at the clock with his key in the door.
I won't be. Listen, I promise you, I won't sleep. I'll just stare at the clock like this. I'll just fire the clock like that and then hit 5:01. I'm out.
It's just a silhouette of yourself. You're gone.
Just straight through the door like those animated cartoons.
Hey, he's that way. Oh, he's gone again.
Yeah. And it's and all the cops will know. The cops are like, oh, it's that. Yeah.
They're waiting outside your house.
Go.
They wait outside your house. They're just looking at their watch. 5:01.
You get there 4:59. I go, 30 seconds. Boom, I'm out of the house.
Get the cups ready. There we are.
Oh, mate.
We're good. We're good.
Crazy time. Good old curfew, eh? Good
old curfew, mate. And we've got 6 weeks of it. So good luck to you, my friend.
Lovely. Mate.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't really care about what goes on.
Sorry about that.
Enjoy your pointless cruise on me for like the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, bro. Can you go get a sneaky cheeseburger for us at like midnight?
I'll take pictures of it and send it to you.
Bro.
That's good enough. That's good enough for me.
And I'll have Back to the Future in the back.
All right. Listen, you know what you do, you. As long as you're taking photos, I don't care.
Would you watch Back to the Future 2 if Bao was in the room?
No. Would you watch it? Would you watch one again if you were with me?
Only if it was like a cute setting, like candles and dinner and that. Maybe I'll consider it.
That's what I was hinting at.
Oh well, then I'm in.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Ray can't come.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I want nothing to do with that.
Well, but listen, just don't tell Goose. Goose will find a way.
We didn't even ask Ray anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, perfect. All right, Bao, I'm in. We'll talk.
Yeah, easy. We'll meet halfway at the between our LGAs.
Yep.
On the border.
Yep. We'll do like a movie drive-in, except we'll just pull up at a Macca's or something. I've got TVs in my car at the back, so we'll get like the old school DVD. Probably take it from Ray, and then we'll just watch it in the backseat of my car.
Too easy.
You know the crazy part about this whole lockdown thing and all the
restrictions? That we're looking Back to the Future now, right?
The crazy part about all of this is just what Bao said. Like, I know what an LGA is now.
Yeah.
I had no clue what an LGA was before all this started.
Yeah, 100%. Local government area.
And I know what's 5Ks away from my house.
No, I still don't know. And I refuse to look up.
When have I ever needed to care about that? Now I know what's 5Ks away.
No, I refuse to check
it up.
Yeah, 100%. Of course they made it up.
You've never mentioned LGA ever.
Yes. Yeah, no, you're right.
It's like they put some letters in a box, like, so we'll throw it on the ground like LGA. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like when you did a math test and
I agree with you.
Random thing there. It's like, we didn't study this.
Yeah, Bao, I promise you took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say the exact same thing.
Same page.
Yeah, 100%. But like, when they come out, please, I can't be ranting anymore, bro. I'm losing my mind.
Listen, there's just got to be certain words that have to be eradicated from the English language after all this is finished. Lockdown.
Gladys.
LGA. 100%. 100%.
LGA has to get It's got to get gone. I don't want to hear it anymore.
The words back, future, the, two, 1, 2, 3, all gotta go. Bow. I'm sorry. I was just joking. It's just for my friends that watch this and maybe have a laugh. It doesn't mean anything with us.
Well, I thought we were about to have a date, mate. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I'm just trying to impress the people. You gotta let me have my moment.
You've hurt me. It's okay. That's fine.
Bow, please.
It's okay.
This is me.
Bow, one thing that he did like was Iron Man, bro.
Oh, let's go. Let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
bro. I actually love Iron Man. Wait, but listen, did you like how I told the story of how it went?
I honestly, that's how I would sell it to someone too.
You know what I mean?
If that person I was talking to was blind and deaf.
That's perfect. That's good enough for me. As long as someone uses it, I don't care.
Yeah. Then the
Right.
reaction will be genuine.
I'm thinking of doing like I've been thinking about what videos would get views on this channel, whatever. It's got to be that, Bow. It's got to be MCU recaps by Stat,
Please.
where he recaps the movie in the most horrendous way possible.
That's
Like,
Look,
Yep.
no, listen, no, go what you're saying, but I think it's just I can see where you're going, and I'm pretty funny at times. But that means I have to watch a lot of movies, and I don't want to do that.
You got 23 left.
No, God forbid.
But they're great movies. That's the difference.
Yeah, look, but that's what Ray said about Back to the Future, and it didn't
Okay,
kind of work out that way. But that's
that's-
because there was no dinner. There was no dinner. There was no beautiful setting. So that's why I probably didn't. I have to watch it again and maybe enjoy it with you.
23 movie dates. We got this.
Yeah, I'm in. 23 movie dates? No Ray? No Goose? Oh, the
Can
drink.
I ask, where in the 23 movie dates? Because that's 23 dates. Like, that's 23 weeks of you two getting to know each other.
Hey, we're moving pretty fast. Eh?
It's like 50 first dates.
Bro, when's the proposal in there?
Hey,
Back to
listen.
the Future 3.
I'm crying as you're saying I'm crying. I'm crying. I can't do
But
this.
Bao, wanted to speak to you about it. I didn't put it on the show notes, boys. Did you hear that? Did you hear that Spiderman? What's the movie called? Not Far From Home. No Way Home or whatever it's called.
Yep.
There was a leak trailer.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Trailer leak came out today.
Oh.
I didn't see it. Apparently, it was leaked on TikTok. Well done, TikTok. Apparently, it's coming out Friday or Sunday.
Did Tom Holland leak it by mistake?
No, this one wasn't him. But he did put up on his story after they leaked it.
Yeah.
You're not ready.
Ooh, what?
So I don't know. Like, do you want me to spoil this trailer for you? There are a couple of images on there.
Ooh.
I was just
no,
like,
no, you
huh?
can't. Don't.
Okay.
Don't want it for me either.
What do you mean? You're gonna ruin yourself. You're gonna say it's horrible.
Banner, that's the whole point. Just trying to make it laugh.
Your description will be boy who shoots web from his wrist. I don't know why.
That's a good start, but we can improvise. It's a guy who wears this ridiculously stupid suit, blue, red, whatever, and has like a spider in the middle. See, bro, we gotta work on it. We're working on it.
I like the back and forth. But bro, I'm sort of upset because I thought they were gonna do it. I thought they were finally gonna not release a trailer or any advertising for a movie.
Yeah, right.
It looked like it, bro, because it comes out in a few months. I'm just like,
November. Hey, November.
yeah, November, December, something like that.
Yeah, right. It's pretty soon.
Yeah, bro.
I'm excited. We should all go and record Stats reaction.
Go on a movie date.
Yeah, but he can't leave the movie because he's trapped. He has to be in the middle seat.
That's
right.
Good point.
How am I gonna go toilet?
You won't.
All right, I'm in.
Eureka, hold it.
That's future. Oh,
Hold
disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
Disgusting.
Well, boys, did you hear about this Wiggles thing?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
What is going on with our society?
Yeah, listen, I saw the video where they brought out four. Okay.
So let me
Reaction already.
explain it to the people. I'll explain it to the people, and then you can rant for a bit because this is a raised rant. But I feel like we're all going to be upset about this. Wiggles announced. This is coming from abc.net.au. The Wiggles announced new gender-balanced and diverse cast members for YouTube series. So basically, what the Wiggles have done is they've started a new YouTube series called Fruit Salad TV. And the Wiggles said that they were seeking to inspire a diverse audience with its gender-balanced and diverse cast. and make sure that children around the world see themselves reflected on the screen. There are 4 new cast members, 1 for each wiggle color, including 3 women and 2 of who wear pants. Who cares? And then it starts listing what ethnicities they are. Now, you 2 watched the Wiggles when you were younger, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You still
100%. Yeah, I still do. Oh, I used to know, but they brought in these new guys, and I don't like them.
Okay,
So I just stick to the OGs on YouTube.
So here's my thing. First off, Wiggles was my first concert, and I was 14 at the time. So
Was that the same night you were out at 11 p.m.?
There's no barbecue. He's just a liar.
I'm just saying. This is all I'm saying. Like they brought in. They brought in these 4 new Wiggles, right? To promote diversity so that they can get a more diverse audience. I don't think you get more diverse than this, bro. You got 2 Lebos and a Vietnamese. Was it, Bell?
I think Filipino.
No, you.
Oh, I'm I zoned out.
Damn, I hate when he does that.
Yeah. I was thinking about Back to the Future for a second. Sorry about that.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Bal, your ethnicity?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. So I don't think you get more diverse than this. Did any of you ever think when you were a kid, I want a Vietnamese or Lebo bloke up there? I didn't care.
No, I just wanted the album.
I swear.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I just wanted some fruit salad, yummy, yummy, and to drive in that big red car. Know what I'm saying?
Big what car?
Big red car. But you know what I mean? Like, why do we need this? Why do kids need this?
I got very angry when you said, as you were reading the article, and you said gender diverse. It should be 4 blokes, and it should be only the 4 blokes. And if they can't do it, no more Wiggles. Stop trying to bring this whole new thing.
Because this is why it frustrates me, because the whole point of the Wiggles was it was the 4 of them, but then you got your diversity from the external characters. You had like Captain Feathersword. You had the crocodile lady.
Yeah, Mr. I went to a Wiggles concert.
Bro, I've forgotten the name. She had the roses. I don't know, but you had the chick there. You had all the ballerinas like in the background. Like you had diversity. It wasn't like, oh, it's the white show. Like, I just don't like that they have to do this. You know what I mean? And that's the purpose of it. If it was just, hey, we want to extend our cast, we want to try something different, go for gold, do whatever you want. But everything has to be a race issue.
Wasn't Jeff? Was he Asian?
Yeah, Jeff was Asian.
Yeah, bro.
There you go.
4 Asian, 100%.
Right.
But see what I'm saying? Like, no one cared.
Hey, I don't know who asked for it. They look like bloody Power Rangers now.
They do,
yeah,
eh?
It's ridiculous. But I think there's one thing to note. It's very funny. Justice Crew.
Yeah.
You guys remember Justice Crew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of the guys is now in the Wiggles. So it goes to say, you just got to show just how well that they went. And now old mate tried to get a job in the Wiggles.
He's fallen so far.
hey, I'm just saying. Justice Crew were all right. But okay, side note, Justice Crew came to my school. Just FYI.
What was their big hit?
The one with Bo. No, not Bo.
No, I don't think it was that one.
Friday to Sunday.
Yes.
Friday to Sunday.
What a track.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, the Wiggles.
Yeah, but he's part of the Wiggles now.
So
Yeah.
one of the twinsies.
So is the Wiggles song's going to be like a bit more like synthesized? And
A bit more lit.
Is he going to break dance?
Well, they're all going to break dance.
Before you know it, every single Wiggles song is going to have a beat drop.
Yeah, 100%. You should.
When the banana hits the fruit salad.
Yeah, just like nightclub vibes.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever been, but I just see it on TV.
Yeah, so now we've got 8 Wiggles, bro. There's 8 of them.
8. They were not good when there was 4 of the replaced OGs, and I want to bring 8.
We call that a gang.
That is so dumb. Why? Why ruin a good thing?
I don't know.
know.
Listen, I'm a fan of the Emma Wiggle thing because, mate, seeing the little girls go crazy for her, like little girls love
That's awesome.
her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Little kids love her.
No, stuff them. It should just be those 4 same blokes.
My problem was when she married another guy in the group and then they got divorced and it caused all these dramas.
Wiggles drum. I didn't even know about that.
Bro, I want a Wiggles documentary. I want to hear about all this drama. It's like Fleetwood Mac, just drama behind the scenes.
You know a lot about Wiggles, don't you?
I know.
The guy's sick. But yeah, look, when I saw that Justice Cry crew in there, I saw it and I laughed. And then again, this guy has stooped to some new lows, this bloke.
Hey,
Well, guy's been out of a job for a few years.
To be fair, COVID times are tough times. Don't make ends meet. We get it. It's just for 3 months.
Imagine he just came in for 3 months. It's all right, boys. We're going back on tour, and then just got the crew back together and went out.
It was just an excuse to avoid the curfews.
Yeah.
Just need to. Listen, to be fair, I think it was just him saying, "Guys, don't forget about me. I'm still around. I know that I used to be part of a cool gang, but now I'm even part of a cooler gang, and now I'm going to just try to get my way through this one."
Nah, he was part of a cool crew.
Shut up.
Huh?
Down the line, he's going to have to make a choice where it's going to be either Justice Crew or the Wiggles, and I have a feeling he's going to pick the Wiggles.
I think he's going to combine them and put Justice for Wiggles.
The Wiggles crew.
The Wiggles crew Justice.
Yeah.
Right, bro. I think you should step aside. I think Bao and I should just take over from here.
Have a chat with Bao and Stat.
Yeah, bro. Bao, we'll talk, mate. We'll have a chat, you and I. We'll just.
How do you delete someone from the Zoom call? How do you delete?
I asked that.
No, we're giving people what they want. We don't realize, but we're giving people what they want.
We've had this thing for 11 episodes, and about 6 episodes out of the 11, you're trying to kick me out.
I told you, mate. I told you. We're gonna bring in a new crew. I told you. Expect it from episode 1. We start the rumblings now. That way you're not so like, oh, I never saw it coming. No, you did. We talked about it. We're not talking behind your back. You're there. You're part of it.
Seen the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, you should have seen it. Like, if you didn't see it, it sucked into you. You're an idiot. It's your fault.
That's too funny.
Yeah, but yeah, there's no Wiggles things absurd.
I'm done, bro. I'm done with these Wiggles, mate.
Oh, I thought you were done with the podcast. You got us a bit excited.
I'm free next week, so let's.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Rebranding is in order.
Not a fan of this whatsoever.
No, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, who complained?
No, I was talking about you two.
Well,
no one's complaining, Val. If we're going to answer that question, no one's complaining.
Yeah.
No one's complaining. He's 100% right. No one is complaining. No kid sat down in the corner and is critiquing the Wiggles, thinking to himself, this 4-year-old looking at the Wiggles thinking, we need more diversity. No one 4-year-old thinks that.
With his juice box in the corner.
Yeah. 100%.
Hey, if the kid was 4 years old and had muscles like you, man, I'd be really concerned.
No, but you're 100% right. What 4-year-old's sitting there thinking, where's the diversity?
Yeah.
But do you know what it is? It's when they first see it on TV and they see the originality with those 4 people, they go, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
And no kid ever wants to see change. Ever.
That's very true.
It's true, bro. Because then when they see, they go, okay, so the next time I turn this on, those 4 blokes better be on there. Because it's just the expectation we had as kids.
It was like when Cheese TV turned into Toasted TV.
Oh, Cheese TV, get out.
Bro, freaked me out. Freaked me out.
Throwback.
Freaked me out when Cheese TV went to Toasted.
Cheese TV.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yep, that's the one.
Never seen it.
What?
You're talking about it now. I hadn't even heard of it. Cheese TV, I had no idea.
Remember, Bao, this guy never...
So how do we delete him off the...
Bao, bro, you're conspiring against me, huh? I don't think we get through one day.
Hey, you turned against me first. Back to the Future.
Listen, if we're going to bring up... Mate, we got to move on. It's forgiveness, Bao. We got to... That's how it is.
I'm trying to move on. I am.
I think you need
to move on for the wrong reasons.
I think our mate Bao needs a little bit of Bible in his life, bro. So why don't you end this off with some verse of the week? And we'll get this finished off the best way we can, eh?
No drama roonies. Alrighty, so coming to you from the New Testament in Matthew, Matthew chapter 6, one of the Gospels, the first of the Gospels in the New Testament. Matthew chapter 6, verse 7 to 8. One that I saw and I thought, you know what, this is very interesting. I found it very interesting as I was reading it. We seem to always do things in repeat. You know, I'll get into that in a moment. But Matthew chapter 6, verse 7 to 8, I'll read the verses for you. Excuse me. Verse 7, but when you pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. And verse 8 says, be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. So verse 7, when he says, when you pray, use not vain repetitions. So, I'll kind of give you an example. So, I know when I come to pray for my food, for example, I'll have the exact same prayer from when I was 6. And sometimes I carry it through, like, dear God, thank you for this food, bless our bodies, amen. That is like the go-to for me, right? When it comes to like eat whatever. But when we come to him, like, for example, I'll use a bit of a personal testimony. So when I finish off my day and I've done podcasts or I've done work and I've done other stuff for each out, start whatever it is, and then I come to the point like, oh, I need to read my Bible and I want to pray. I know that I'm talking to my Creator. So for me, he knows what I've done throughout the day. He knows everything about me, and he knows what I'm about to ask for him, whether it be wisdom, whether it be guidance, whether it be forgiveness for things that I've said that have been wrong, or actions that I've done that were incorrect, or done something to someone that was not right. Where I know that I come to Christ and he doesn't want me saying those exact same 4 lines in a prayer. He doesn't want me saying those same 3-4 things that I pray for all the time that I may not be needing at that present moment. Whether it be, like, for example, say I need wisdom from God. It's not just going to be like, oh, God, thanks for this day. Thanks for everything. Oh, give me wisdom. Amen. I'm coming to my Creator. I'm coming to the God that created me. So for me, it's not just a conversation like this where I can call Ray, we can have the same talk every day and it just gets stale and it's whatever. God, in this particular passage, it's saying, Jesus is talking, saying, but when we pray, use not vain repetitions. When God knows what we're going to ask from him anyway, when he knows what we need from him, and he already knows, he wants to have a conversation with us.
He wants to have a relationship.
He wants to have a relationship. He doesn't just want to be this stale, thanks for today. Like, it's like you're leaving your jobs. Like, oh, guys, thanks for today. Have a good one. And that's kind of how, like, we treat guys. I was like, oh, God, you kept me alive today. Thanks. Appreciate it. Now I'm just going to go have a sleep because I've got 6 hours before I've got work tomorrow. Or I've got to go do this in the morning. So we don't want to be using these vain repetitions. That's what Jesus is saying here. Be not ye therefore like unto men, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before you ask him. He knows what you need. So when we come to Christ and we come at the end of the day or the start of the day or middle of the day, whatever time we have that we come to Christ and we ask things of him, even though he knows what it is, he wants to hear it from us.
And he wants it with all sincerity.
And he wants it with all genuineness and sincerity. That's right. He doesn't want just, oh, give me this.
Yeah, and this is Jesus preaching. So the context of this is Jesus is talking to 5,000 people plus on a mountain. This is the Sermon on the Mount. This is his greatest message of all time. And he's flipping things on their head because the Jewish religion at the time was so religious and so traditional that there was no personal relationship with God. So what Jesus is trying to say here is, hey, listen, I want to have a personal chat with you. I want to have a personal relationship with you. Don't make it vain and repetition. Don't do it for the sake of doing it. I want you to come and talk to me because I want to be your friend. I want to be your father. I want to listen to what you have to say. And so we need to stop treating Christianity like it's a religion. Start treating it like, no, this is legit. This is
relationship.
It's our relationship with God. Bao, what's your perspective on this, bro?
That's like, I completely understand where that's coming from. Is trying to be genuine with your true self, essentially, right? And trying to understand that what you have should be respected and should be understood and should be appreciated. In saying that, I honestly think that we all take what we do every day for granted. And I think we are in such a repetitive way of life that we forget to appreciate little things in life. Like just little things like just, breathing in the air that we breathe, or being thankful for like the food on our tables. I think that we forget to be thankful for that. And then when we think about what we actually have in our life, then we can appreciate who we are. And I think this is just my understanding from that verse is you're saying that we will, like Christians or in general, will, pray to God or pray to Jesus, but not know what they're praying for, or not understand exactly why they're praying for that. But if you have a general conversation or a genuine conversation with God or with Jesus, then that becomes more personalized and you realize what you really want inside. And so that kind of is also affirmations for someone else. So the more you confirm and affirm with yourself what you are, who you are, then the rewards will just come and you'll realize who you need to be. And that's my take on that.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting take because God always tells us that. He always says, come to me with everything. Or you that heavy laden, I will give you rest. Burden, heavy laden. Like, don't hide things from him. Don't act like, he doesn't know what we're going through.
Yeah.
He wants us to be open. He wants us to be honest. He wants us to be legitimate with him. And he wants us to have that relationship with him. He wants us to be open with him and confirm what we're talking about, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And and there's a verse in 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. It says, "Cast all your cares upon him, for he careth for you."
Yeah.
And it's God showing his mercy and his compassion for us. So when we see verses like that, and Bal, personally for me, when I see verses like that, and then he says, "When you come to me, don't use vain repetition." For me, this is a God that cares for us. He died. He sent his son to die on the cross for us. He sent his son to shed his blood for us that we may have eternal life. All we need to do is accept that gift. This is a guy that's telling to me, just don't use vain repetitions for everything he's ever done for me. In my head, it's just like, yeah, it sounds so easy. Like he says, of course. Like when I come to God, let it be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get so caught up with what everything has been, like what we will do, whether it's business, whether it's podcasting, whether it's social media, whether it's footy, whether anything that we do that we involve ourselves in
the same way.
Yeah, we treat it the same way, if not worse.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we go, oh yeah, God, thanks, man. We leave him, kind of push him to the side, kind of use like a spare tire.
So just like that kind of goes back to what we were saying previously about like mental health. It's having that tough conversation with yourself, saying that, oh, I'm not okay, I need to do more, or I'm missing this. I think that is also a reflection of how people speak to God. It's like, I'm missing something in my life, help me find it. Or I'm not quite there yet, what do I need to do to get there? So I can, like, it's almost the same conversation you have with yourself, like having that self-belief and whatnot.
Yeah,
I love it. This is very interesting. I love your input on that. I don't really open up the Bible like kind of like we're doing now to a lot of people that say like and have a conversation like this. For me, it's more like I'll preach the gospel to them and I'll tell them how they can know Jesus Christ as their savior. So to get your perspective on a verse like this is actually very intriguing. I just want to say, like, I just wanted to shout that out. That's very cool, man. Like that's very interesting. I've never looked at it the way you've looked at it.
Open-minded. But I also wanted to say that I went to a Catholic primary school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, about 6-7 years, I think. Kindergarten to year 6, is that 7 years, roughly?
Yep.
But I was taught that we are all a reflection of God, or in a sense. So if we are, then shouldn't we believe in ourselves because we believe in God?
Well, he wants us to be, if I'm getting what you're saying correct, he wants us to have a positive outlook on who he's made. For sure. I think I dead set think it's a lie of the devil that we're not good enough.
Yeah.
Because we're not worthy. We're not worthy of what God's done for us. We're not worthy of what he did on the cross. But he's made us worthy through his death on the cross. Yeah. If we go to him, he'll make it so that we appear as sinless before the Father. Sin is what discounts us from being in heaven. Sin is what makes it so that we're imperfect, we're impure. But Jesus' death on the cross was the payment that makes us pure and makes us perfect in his eyes, so that one day when we do die, and if we trust in him and we've asked him for salvation, he's going to be like, oh yeah, you're perfect because of the blood of Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't it like sinning? Yes, I understand what that is, but that's also in a way making mistakes in life. So to be perfect that life, you do need to make mistakes.
100%. But that's the thing, we will never be perfect.
Yeah.
Perfection is something that we will never be able to reach. The only perfect person, the only perfect person to ever walk the face of the earth was Jesus Christ. And because we're imperfect and because we don't have any perfection within us, we need his perfection to bring us to the Father. That's why the Bible says there's only one mediator between God and man, that man being Christ Jesus. We need Jesus Christ to go to the Father. We can't go to him by ourselves because of that imperfection. So
That's fair. That's a fair point.
interesting stuff, boys. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so that was my take on verse of the week. Just something simple, something that kind of stuck out to me.
I like the simple stuff that you bring out, Stat. It's good because it's plain.
Because you know what it is as well. Like when I kind of do discipleship courses with with a few people every now and again, and then we come back to the simplicities of what Christianity is all about in that relationship, and I think to myself, man, I forget to do, or I don't realize half the things that I could do that should come to me normal that I'm just forgetting. So I always like to revert back to simplicity, because sometimes we just need that reminder, that thing that, wow, you know what? I never got to do this. I never struggled with that. Yeah. I'll try getting more complex another time, but I like the simplicity stuff for now. I like being simple and having a good old yarn about it.
We're simple men, bro, and it's good. It's good stuff. Well, boys, that is it. That's our episode. That is episode 11. Before we get going, though, Bao, talk to us about BDL. Talk to us about what you are doing. Where can people follow you and support you?
So I'm a personal trainer out of Marrickville, working with new personal training, but I also own BDL Breaking Down Limits. You can find me on the socials, Instagram, BDL Fitness, my Facebook page as well, BDL Fitness is the same name. I literally lately just been making fun of a lot of Instagram trainers just for the heck of it. Just because there's so many things out there that's telling you to do this and that, but it's so unrealistic. And yeah, I just try and have a laugh, make someone laugh, because that's, the only goal out of every day is to make one person laugh or make one person smile.
Nice.
So it's really that simple. If I can do that each day, then I've done my job. I can go to sleep pretty happy.
Hey, how every day you make me smile, mate?
Oh, you don't.
Hey, Bal, listen, maybe on our 50 first dates, maybe we could do like a HIIT workout, because I'm the size of a construction site at the moment. I need to cut down some keys. So maybe we should do like 50 first dates, but it'd be 50 workouts as well, because I'm just a whale.
So if you want to lose weight, why are we going to Macca's then?
Who said we're going to Macca's?
You said before.
Brother. Sneaky cheese run, sneaky cheeseburger.
Yeah, try this stuff. Try this stuff off the air, guys. Try this stuff.
No, we're gonna keep it on the air. Everyone has to know about it. Everyone has to hear all our conversations.
But ladies and gents, if you want to learn more about Bao, learn more about his story, it's actually a very interesting one. Check it out on Talk to Me. It's on the channel. It's on the page. Make sure you get following Bao. Follow his stuff. Follow You Personal Fitness.
Personal training.
Sorry, You Personal Training and BDL Fitness. They're awesome. I love what they're doing. I love the stuff they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just kick him out now.
I love what they're doing out there. They're based in Marrickville. So if you are out that way, you're working out that way, you live out that way, check them out. Bao helped me get to a very healthy place a couple of years back. They are good. They know what they're doing. Follow them. And I know if you say something to Bao in the comments, he'll definitely reply. Get arguing with him, guys. It's good.
As long as it's positive, keep it positive, guys. We've all got to convert stat. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
Listen, well played. But when I say mate.
Yeah,
we'll sort it out.
With me. Yeah, you watch it with me.
All right, gents.
I'm on my phone, mate. On my phone.
Mate, listen, I'm going to call you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Well, ladies and gents, make sure you follow Stat, following on Instagram and Facebook. League Chat with the Stat comes out later this week as well, where he's going to talk about everything rugby league. We're coming to the end of the season there. Mondays, we have Talk to Me. We had Joelle yesterday. Great friend. She had some good stuff to say, good story to learn about. And Tuesdays, have a chat with Ray and Stat. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow all of us. That's Bao. I'm Ray. That's Stat.
Later, boys.
Thanks for having the chat.
See ya.
Stato.